My name is Thomas Odongo. I am the Managing Director for Kisumu Water and Sanitation Company Limited. We do exist to provide quality potable water and sanitation services to the people of Kisumu. It's a mandate that we've executed very well for the last 22 years. Beyond that, we take keen interest on issues of quality, access, and affordability. There are quite a number of sanitation challenges. One, of course, is containment. We are just next to the lake and the water table is very high. And therefore, on-site sanitation relying on pit latrines and septic tanks is something that is quite a challenge because when it rains, it floods all over. The other challenge, of course, is equity. There are so many people who are left behind when it comes to sanitation solutions. So you find that those who can afford will go for vacuum trucks. And what happens to those who cannot afford? That becomes a challenge. Through CIWAS, we are looking at equity, we are looking at safe disposal, and we are looking at sustainable sanitation solutions. Then it ensures that issues of public health taken care of, issues of environmental conservation and reduction of pollution. Of course, if you have a very good citywide inclusive sanitation, then that enhances urban resilience. It's been a very transformative partnership. Through Fresh Life, we were able to sort out the issue of the high water table because of the container-based solutions that they do provide. The pilot was quite successful and we're able to scale that up. They are the first people to showcase how you can empty and safely transport a fecal sludge to the treatment plants. When we first entered into this partnership, we did a transect walk in these areas, and I'd say that it was pathetic. But today, if you walk in these areas, then you can see a very, very big difference. In fact, you walk comfortably, you can see dignity. The other importance of the partnership is that we are able to fundraise together. We do joint proposals for sanitation solutions. In the partnership, there is the contribution. Most of the KIWASCO contribution, of course, is in kind. We've given them space where they have set up their plant, where they produce the Fresh Life toilets. If you go to areas where Fresh Life is active, incidences of waterborne diseases have significantly reduced. So what the people used to spend on health issues, that is money they are now spending on education, on nutrition. I'd say, to a large extent, improved dignity for the people of Kisumu. Utilities, yes, we have a sanitation mandate. We do act as a catalyst for private sector to come and invest in sanitation. What we are doing is to create an enabling environment where private sector can come, like Fresh Life did. And how are we doing that? We know that previously sanitation was scattered all over the place. It was in environment, it was in public health, it was in water. So what we've done is we've brought all these players together, and we have one platform where we meet quarterly just to discuss issues of sanitation. You can't do it as a utility. You must work with the private sector. You must embrace technology. And we are not owners of technology. Technology is brought about and it's owned by the private sector. So what we do as utilities, let's create an enabling environment for the private sector to come into sanitation. And we are doing that across the whole country. If you look at the membership of WASPA, many more utilities are now actively engaged in sanitation. Through Fresh Life, we are engaging partners, looking at different prototypes when it comes to technology. We want to take this to the next level. So we're looking at covering the whole city with container-based solutions. If I were to describe Fresh Life impact in one sentence, I would say improved dignity and significant reduction of waterborne diseases in the city.